Anyway, this is game number 3 of a best of 3. That means it all comes down to this. One of these two will advance into the semi-finals. One of them will be eliminated. Elimination in StarCraft isn't that bad. It's not like some kind of horror film where if you're eliminated from the competition, you disappear. You're never seen again or anything like that. But anyway, spawning up to the north, we have got the Red Protoss player playing for TCM, losing game number 1, winning game number 2 with some 2-gate action. It's first. And down to the south, the Blue Zerg playing for Team Liquid. It is Snute. So, Snute, he won the longer game first, definitely won the shorter game. Not 2-gating this time. Snute sending the Overlord the right way first. Is he going to drone scout just in case? Probably not. Oh, there's a forge. Cannon rush is going to be happening. There's the second probe pulled. Oh, Snute. Snute, is he going to see both? If he sees both, it kind of gives it away. Okay, yeah, he sees 2 probes pulled. He already can suspect that there's going to be a forge coming. You don't see 2 probes pulled unless there's going to be a forge, especially against Snute. Like, Snute is a very well-known player. You know he's macro-orientated and he's not going to cheese you. So first is now aware. What's he going to do? He can't really do much. He needs to just go into a Nexus. Unless he tries to go for like a cannon contain or something weird like that. Maybe able to cannon, pylon block this natural base. Depends if he actually wants to more than anything. Just blocking it up with this probe. This is so frustrating. Like, this really does my head in. The only thing that makes it do my head in a bit less is that you see someone like Snute also not able to plant that hatchery no matter what he does for ages. So when I'm playing, I feel a bit less bad when I'm just sat there. I actually always pull 2 drones if I know there's a probe coming. I just can't be dealing with that shit. I'm just like, no, this probe is going to die. It's like 3 minutes into the game, dude. Stop it. Stop being so annoying. And then I'm happy. Anyway, Nexus is just chilling here, making our probes. Not really much to see. The Overlord just going for a little tour. He's like, there's some Protoss here. Standing right on top of it. Don't go into the beam, Mr. Overlord. Oh, you're already in it. That must hurt. Like, whatever that light is cannot be good for that Overlord's head. That's like that proton beam therapy that was on the news so much. Protoss beam therapy. I'm just full of terrible jokes today. Anyway, Snute, he's taking a 3rd hatchery. It's all looking good for him at the moment. Obviously, he's in a nice spot because he didn't get cannon rushed and it was a forge first. Just got to be aware that 2 gases are behind this. It's your forge, fast expand. Could be some kind of follow-up. Could be Mortal Sentry all in. I automatically default to an automatic 2-base all in being a Mortal Sentry off a forge fast expansion because everyone who ever played Zerg will know that that was the thing that happened every single game up against Protoss for the longest time. Cloud Kingdom, everyone. If it comes back, that's what it's coming back for. Immortal Sentry all in. God, it was fun. Anyway, Snoot's still just chilling here. Injecting queens, having a good time, getting a 3rd base up. Not really doing anything crazy. No gas as of yet. 5 minutes 30 through. Not surprising though, he knows that the forge came down first and he should be absolutely fine. But yeah, this is normal stuff, to be honest. It's a pretty standard game of StarCraft. Just both macro and up. Ooh, Stargate. Okay. Something to talk about. Stargate, as we saw in game number 1, first went for the Phoenix. I'll be interested to see if he goes for the Phoenix again or the Oracle. There's a lot more dead space on this map. These nice little beaches down here provide a good backdrop for Oracles to come on through, try and start picking away at drones. So an Oracle may be a better choice at this stage. Could also just be for the Phoenix again, forcing back some of this Overlord vision. Admittedly, I wouldn't say the Phoenix were incredibly successful in game 1 though, which is why I'm thinking perhaps it'll be an Oracle that's on the cards here. But alas, just a little runabout. This is going to be taking over from that poor little probe. Stop him getting chased away. Gonna start trying to kill him. All good. First, looks like he likes the Phoenix, not going to be the Oracle. I always hope that someone makes an Oracle just when I've said it, just so I can feel a bit more validated in my predictioning. But no. Phoenix is still good. Nice choice. I actually prefer Phoenix overall to Oracles. I think they're a much more versatile unit and a much stronger opening as a whole. Snute, of course, has seen the Phoenix, though. Already starting up the Spore Crawlers. 3 of them, 1 at each base. Should be absolutely safe from this now. The Zealot is having a little bit of a fun time. Not going to be able to kill a drone thanks to good micro by Snute. Playing really solid there. Anyway, checking around. Warp Prism coming on in. Ooh, nice choice. Has this been seen at all? Okay, the additional gates have been spotted, but the robotic facility hasn't and will not be seen. This could really catch Snute off guard. He does have the Roach Warren, however. That may be really important for him. Waiting. Patiently, Roach Warren on its way down. Is getting Roach Speed. Okay, Snute will be a lot happier now he's going Roach Hydra. Like a heck of a lot happier that he's actually getting a few Roaches out now. Fortunately, a couple of drones are going to die. Not much can really be done. The Queen can start working away at the Phoenix. Just because there's only 3 of them. 4 Phoenix can kill a Queen in a single Graviton lift, which is why you see a lot of Protoss players go for 4, maybe 5 as well, just for a bit more damage out there. Warp Prison, though, coming across. Now, Snute, in terms of the overall numbers of units, he's got 3 Roaches on the field, 1 more coming. It's going to be a sentry drop into main. This could be a big problem, because the Phoenix are here as well, so even if a couple of units trickle through, they can get some great lifts. Snute is not aware of this coming at all. He's got no vision. This is going to be a big problem for Snute. Like, massive. This build is beautiful from first. Snute still is completely unaware. He sees a couple of Zealots. This is actually going to act as a nice distraction for him. A lot of his attention is going to come over here, and this may even draw some units down. A couple of Zealots warping in now into the main base. So he knows a Warp Prism's here, but there's the force field. What he did not want to see in the slightest. Snute could be running into a lot of problems at the moment, because these sentries are just going to be able to buy so much time. Working away steadily. A couple more spores getting constructed around here. Good bit of high ground vision being granted. And so that means the sentries are taking a bit of damage. If they were slightly closer, another one would have gone down. But it looks like there's a gap in that force field. In a bit of a panic move. This means that a couple of units able to sneak on up. Take down that sentry. Great control coming out by Snute. Just that one misplaced force field was enough. It opened up the avenue for a couple of units to get on through, and with the sentries taken down, Snute is going to be able to hold that. He lost 17 workers, but is still up overall in terms of the worker count, and thanks to this 3rd base, he's actually got a huge amount of production capability. Still got 3 queens as well. The 3rd one was brought back over here, so he's missing an inject over that 3rd base, but he's already going up into Hive. He's got Roaches and Hydra Tech down, plus 2 missile attack on its way. He's going up against this Void Colossus style composition, so there's really limited numbers of gateway production. The 3rd only just now starting for first, but of course Snute, he can't see this, he doesn't know about it as of yet. The Warp Prism is still alive, the Phoenix are still alive, so further harassment is a possibility. Just waiting to see where they decide to go through. A few shots coming up now onto those Overlords there. Maybe I'll just get a couple of Hydralisks. Spore Coolers on. Hugely effective up against Phoenix. They're okay, but Phoenix are quite beefy actually and can harass a little bit like that for a while and just regenerate up their shields afterwards. Anyway, Hive nearly finished. We should be seeing some Viper production shortly. Roach Hydra Viper. Pretty much the best way to be dealing with most of the compositions a Protoss player could be going for. A few more Spore hits, just getting a bit of damage down. Oh, nice little lift on the Queen. We'll be able to pick it off. That's why you always keep your Queens back, nice and safe. Don't go chasing out because they can suddenly be dead. First couple of Void Rays, going to be out on the field. Actually a decent sized army here from first already. Just a bit limited on ground support is my only concern. If Snute were to pump out just a lot of units and go and push into this 3rd base, I'm not sure how well first would actually deal with it because he's got 5 sentries, that's a lot of force fields, but could be tough. So you're going to see these additional gateways coming down, 3 of them at least, and should be able to come on forward. He sees a Void Ray in production, of course you can see what's being produced at a Stargate, easy peasy. Goes for contamination, that is still so underused. Such a strong ability though, just denying that Colossus for actually quite a good period of time. The Overseer will die in exchange for it, but Snute may just realize without those additional gateways, there's not much Protoss here. Unfortunately for first, he moves forward. That is not a nice time to move forward, but Snute doesn't have a huge amount of units yet. Actually going to be consuming a Spore Crawler that is still waddling forward. These Corruptors just trying to get a bit more energy. If a good Abduct comes down, it could cause substantial damage. Prismatic Alignment triggered now by these Void Rays. Going to be working away steadily at the Roaches. The Hydralisks being prioritized as well because they're the big damage dealers here. Snute unable to get these Vipers in a good position at the moment, so has to back on out. Not the best engagement for Snute there. Of course, Vipers are armored, so they take bonus damage from Void Rays if they are using Prismatic Alignment, which can be a problem. Gotta point out, this is like just so awesome by Snute, using an unburrowed Spore Crawler to be a mobile source of energy for the Vipers to consume upon. That is just so smart. Anyway, Snute pumping out more Hydralisks, wants to bolster up this force as best he can, knowing that the Void Rays are there. He's limited on anti-air to, well, he's got 17 Hydralisks, but only a handful of them are actually over with this army. Good old Blinding Cloud, gonna allow those Photon Cannons to get taken down easy peasy. Ooh, bit of a miscontrol there, or misrally from a couple of those units, allow a few to get picked off. Bit unfortunate for Snute. But Snute's still adding in more Hydras, adding in a 4th base too. Ideally, one would have liked to have been able to deny that 3rd, but alas, it's not the end. Still getting out more units, needs to be a little bit cautious about these Warpins. Does have a Spine Crawler situated at the 3rd, but his 4th running into a little bit of danger. First also needs to be slightly cautious though. The Vipers are here. Some Abducts could be very potent. There come the Colossi. All three of them taken down. A 4th one is reinforcing. Snute edging on forward. His Vipers taking quite a bit of fire, but they're able to back away. Snute pumping out a lot more units now, but the pursuit is in full speed ahead. The Vipers trying to catch on up. The Void Rays getting taken out. This could be a big problem actually for First. If he loses these Void Rays, that's a big portion of his army taken out. There's the Abduct on the Colossus, and pretty much all the gas-intensive units have now died. A couple of Blinding Clouds attempting to be used, preventing the retreat of the Restalkers momentarily. All the energy from the Vipers has been taken, though, so no Abduct to the left. That means the Hydralisks are very, very, very vulnerable to the Colossus. They can't just try and engage just straight up, but with good micro, all of these Hydralisks will die. But still, Snute, he had a beautiful trade there. He took out 4 Colossus, 6 Void Rays, 6 Phoenix, 21 Stalkers, 23 Zealots, and just for a lot of Roach Hydra. That was a really, really nice trade for Snute. Getting those Roach Hydras back up really doesn't take him long, especially on 4 hatches. His Vipers are still alive, and the Colossus count is now just so limited. It's 96 army supply to 33. Snute is in an amazing position at the moment. These 2 Photon Cannons probably aren't going to get done in time. And these 2 Colossus, they have just no support. They've got nowhere to back away to either. That's the other problem. They can't go up here. So that means the Vipers, as they come on over, a couple of Abducts, going to be incredibly problematic. Goes for a Blinding Cloud first. Just grabs one of them. GG is called, and Snute is going to take this quarterfinal 2-1 up against First. Very cool games, very cool series. He is going to get on into the semi-final.